Hello. As you can see, this is the first video on my channel. I was gonna do a get to know me kind of video and explain what I want to do on this channel, but instead, as you can see with the title, we're just gonna get into it with a topic that I resonate with, and hopefully anybody who clicks on this video is either resonating with it as well, and hopefully I can help with this topic. So 22, no social life, and finding peace in being alone. So what I want to talk about is, first of all, why we are made to think that it is wrong to be at a young age and not go out and party and get drunk and stuff like that. So why do we feel like we're doing something wrong by doing this? So when we're born, okay, we have no beliefs or opinions on people. We gain them as we get older, and what impacts them is our family, our parents, whoever raises us. And as well as that, when we get older and we start to make friends and we're hanging around with people, this is where we kind of gain our opinions and our beliefs and our values and what we don't like, and stuff like that. This is how we learn it, because when we're born we don't have that. Okay, so our society now, especially in Ireland — I'm from Ireland, by the way — Ireland is the type of country where it's known for people drinking. People love drinking, okay, and people here will start drinking from the age of like 14, 13, younger maybe. Hopefully that banging outside isn't annoying you. Sorry about that. But Ireland is a country where that is made normal. It's made to be a norm. Like, it's okay that this is happening, and it's not. I don't know. Also, I want to say, with this topic, when I'm talking about this topic, I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody who does go out and get drunk and do this. That is perfectly fine. But for the people that don't do that and feel like there's something wrong, that's where this video needs to be made. So we are taught as a society that this is okay, right? So then we become friends with people, and they're going out, and say we don't want to. The first thing that we got told is, you're so weird, why do you not want to go out, you're boring. Okay, first of all, you need to realize that anybody who's saying this to you that is a friend, they're not your friend. Okay, first of all, that's the main thing you need to take, is that if you are 22, 21, 20, 19, whatever, okay, I'm just saying 22 because that's what age I am, and your friends are only okay with you if you're doing what they want to do. And if you say you don't want to do that, you're not saying you don't want to be friends with them, you're just saying, I'm going to pull back, I don't want to do that, and they think that's not okay, and they get annoyed at you for that. That just shows exactly how they're just not your friend. Okay, so I have wrote some notes. I'm really bad at talking on the spot. Let's take a little sip of coffee to get me ready. So the way I like to look at it as being 22 and having no friends, okay? Especially if you've had friends in the past and they're now gone. I like to think of it as the universe's way of telling you, I told you these people aren't good for you. I told you this life that you're living wasn't for you, and you didn't listen. So boom, all your friends are gone, your social life is gone. It's time to focus on you. So you need to take this as a blessing from the universe or from God or whoever you believe to be the creator. That is irrelevant, okay? Whoever you look up to, you're just thinking, thank you. You should say thank you for blessing me with this wonderful opportunity. I didn't have to get rid of them, they just left, So think of it as a positive. So being 22, I'm going to talk about me, okay? So I'm 22. I haven't been out in about 3 years. Like, I have not drank, or I've drank at home, okay, that's irrelevant, but I don't go out anymore. I don't sleep around anymore. I don't stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning drinking, you know what I mean? That whole vibe, the party scene, it's not for me anymore. But when I first started doing that, when I had friends, because I ain't got no friends anymore, when I had a big group of friends, if I didn't want to do that, it was considered, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Nothing, I'm just trying to work on myself. Is that okay? Like, what? So I'm now 22 and I've one close friend and I live with them, and I think of it as a blessing. And for so long I thought of it as the universe's way of, you know, getting back at me for some reason, until I really started to work on myself and listen to myself and learn about myself, is when I realized that this is not a bad thing. This is a beautiful thing. You have all the time now on your own to really figure out who you are, really figure out what you want, what your values are, what your beliefs are, without society's pressure on you, okay? If you take that step back, away from it all, you'll probably realize that, who was that person I was? Like, that is just not me. And then when you close the doors and you come in at home, come inside your house or something, you're a completely different person. So it just shows you that society has that impact on you, where it makes you to pretend to be somebody you're not, you know, to impress people, and you always have to be better than the next person. It's always this competition, which I don't believe in at all. Like, it makes no sense, and it's causing a lot of anxiety and body dysmorphia. We won't even get into that. To young people, young adults, boys and girls, it does this. Being at home on your own allows you that time to, I cannot stress this enough, buy a journal. And when I say buy a journal, I mean buy a journal and put everything into it. Every thought that you think needs to go in there. Everything about you. It's literally like, I have done this, and the way you feel is great. It's like you have all these past traumas, negative beliefs that aren't true, by the way, and you allow them to build up, and pretend that you're okay, and pretend that everything's fine. When you sit down with yourself, you can meditate, journal, just sit in silence with yourself. You start to realize that, why have I lost track? You start to realize who you are. You start to learn about yourself. It's like doing an exam on yourself. It's like you are the topic of the exam, so you need to study yourself, break down everything, and it's going to be hard. It's not easy. You know, you're opening these wounds that you've tried to cover, and you're reopening them again, but for the last time this time, and it makes such a difference. So being alone then allows you to understand your weaknesses and your strengths, and it also gives you the time to figure out what you want to do with your life, okay? People say that in your 20s you should be you shouldn't have a care in the world. You should be going out with whoever you want and doing whatever you want and drink if you want and stay up till 3 a.m. You know, you're in your 20s, you're young, like, make the most of it. This is a norm that has been put upon us. What is that going to do for our future, okay? I don't like to say wasting time, because I don't think of time as a thing. I think time just adds pressure, unneeded pressure. The whole point of life is to just be present and live in the now. That's it, like, and learn about yourself and try to be a better person and show love. Like, that's what I say that the purpose of life is, and the purpose of being a human being as well. And I think the main thing for me anyway that helped me was, you need to learn how to rely on yourself. You need to stop relying on other people, especially for your happiness, especially for your confidence as well. Like, you shouldn't need, for example, a boy to tell you you look good today for you to feel good. You should feel good anyway. You shouldn't take for somebody to give you a compliment to make you happy. You should be that person anyway. And being alone and learning to rely on just yourself, no matter how close you think your friends are, and I don't know everybody individually, I don't know how your relationships with your friends are, but I know that everybody is going to be in it for themselves at the end of the day, okay? So if you are the type of person who cares what people think, you care, you don't want to say the wrong thing to your friend in case you don't want to tell them the truth about a situation because you're afraid how they're going to react. All this is not okay. You need to be so sure of yourself that, you know, if your friendship is that good, you should be able to tell them something and them not get upset and get angry at you. That's just as an example. But you need to be able to emotionally rely on yourself, okay? You can't depend on somebody else for your happiness, because they are not you at the end of the day. Their main concern is to keep themselves happy, make themselves have the best life. It's not nobody else's responsibility to make you feel happy. So they know that as well. So you should know that, and you should know that it is just you at the end of the day, okay? And the confidence that comes with that, just when I'm feeling down, I know myself best, so I know what's going to make me feel happy, so I go out and do it. Don't rely on anybody else to do it for you. It gives you so much confidence. It makes you think like, I'm that girl. Like, I can be upset and stay at home and deal with it myself and not broadcast it to everyone for attention. It's for attention. I'm able to do that. I'm that girl. So it just gives you that bit of confidence. You know, if you feel like you're that sort of person who doesn't ever get what they need, what they want, what they ask for, they get into relationships with people and they treat them like shit, okay? Maybe it's time for you to step away from that social life if you have one. Because I like to look at it as well, you don't need to have a relationship in your younger years. I feel like your younger years, this is my personal opinion anyway, everybody is different, I understand that, but I think as you're growing, your 20s, your teens, whatever, you're still figuring out who you are. You don't know everything about yourself. You've only been told kind of things about yourself. You've been told things about the world and you've believed them. So it's time to step back and actually figure out what you want, and this then sets a foundation for the future. So if it's a relationship you're looking for and they never work out, you need to take time away. You need to figure out who you are and what you want and what your values are. And then that sets a strong foundation to build the future, to build your future. What do you want to do with your life? You know, how are you meant to figure that out if you're surrounded by everybody else's opinions, the world's opinions? You know, your parents might say you need to go to college. I don't want to go to college, but then the world, everybody, all your friends are going to college. You know, you can't get a good job if you don't go to college. All these things, this is all pressure added on. It makes you do something that you don't even want to do. And what is that going to end up in? Your unhappiness. It's not going to affect anybody else's happiness. So the people who are telling you to do these things, it's not going to affect them. That's why they can tell you, I think you should do this. Only you know. You should never ask for anybody else's opinion. You should really look within. And the only way you can do that is by stepping away from society for a while, taking that break, whatever that looks like for you, to really find out who you are. So I'm 22, I have no social life, and I'm peaceful and I feel great, and I'm working on myself, and it's not a bad thing. So you're not strange for doing that. You're not weird, you're not unusual, you're a human being, and it's amazing that you're doing that, and I'm proud of you. So that is it for that topic. This, as I said in my first video, so I was kind of nervous. Hopefully this made sense to people. Hopefully I was explaining it well. I find it very hard to articulate my words. I think I said that about 5 times today. But yeah, I would love for whoever sees this, if anybody sees this, to comment things below on just topics that they're struggling with. I want everybody to come together. I want to have a nice, safe community where people can feel like they can share whatever they want if they're comfortable doing so. I would think that would be amazing. That would be perfect for this channel. That's what I want. So yeah, I'm glad I done this, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon.